Nityanandam. My name is Manitya Punitananda. So, I am a disciple of His Holiness the Avatar Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda. Yesterday, I shared about the Kumbh Mela event. Me and Pushkara was talking about what was my experience when I was attending the Kumbh Mela in Ujjaini last year in May 2016. Now I would like to share a little bit more. The reason is lots of people, spiritual seekers, may wonder whether or not they've found the right guru. Now, how we will know? Well, there just has to be some sort of click, right? So, I'll tell you what I've observed by spending my presence with Swamiji during the Kumbh Mela. Um, what happened? There was an incident where a huge storm happened, and it was pretty. It had a pretty big impact on the whole Kumbh Mela. Not only our camp, but the other camps where the other tents were. Heavy rain and even heavy wind that made everything blow like heavy items would blow around the wind and be going through. It's quite dangerous situation where things can hit people, heavy items can hit other people, and damage can be done to those people. So this was what we went through one of the days. See what happened. We were inside the hall, the big huge tent, thousands of people celebrating the presence of the master. It was really hot inside, and the music was loud. We were all dancing, and suddenly it started raining, and some rain came through the roof, and it started coming as a shower in the middle of the tent. And we became ecstatic just because we were so hot. We wanted to take the shower underneath that rain that came through the roof, and so happy. And Swamiji pointed out how we human beings just like the opposite of what we have. If we are cold, we want hot. If we are hot, we want cold. So we're kind of laughing about the whole scene. Now, pretty soon we realized this is more than serious, because rain turned into wind, wind turned into flying objects, and the mud outside, see, the whole ground became wet. It was like hard sand, we were walking on some sort of sand, and all of a sudden the whole thing just became a huge mud. Imagine thousands of people walking around on mud. And not just that, inside the tent it was also flooded. The whole carpet inside was wet. So thousands of people suddenly had nowhere to sit. Inside the dorms, the bed also became wet. So, you know what happened? See, first reaction would be like some sort of powerlessness and frustration. See, I myself felt, oh my god, where can I sit, where can I stand, what to do with all the mud outside, how to walk around, how to get clean, how to clean the feet. For the Western person, it will be a culture shock completely. And in the other camps, people are standing under some sort of roof and just waiting for the rain to pass. Nowhere to sit. See, I'd like to even share, even then, the kitchen, the people who worked in the kitchen making the food, the survival team, even then were able to provide enough food for all of us without any miss. None of us missed even one meal. Not just that, we started cleaning up. So inside this big tent, we used our kitchen plates, the big silver coated, like steel plates we had, like squared rectangular shaped plates, where we were scraping water off the carpet inside the big hole and putting it into buckets. You can imagine so many square meters wet and soaked with water, and we just wanted the program to you know, eventually continue, because we're gonna get a lots of initiations and mm, powerful things we're gonna receive from the master. So of course we wanted that to continue. The whole Shuddha Advaita program should get to the next level, not just have a complete break. See what happens when so many people are gathered in such an extreme environment. Can you imagine the kind of space someone has to hold for that entire group? Like a normal person would maybe feel like running away. And I'll tell you what, we all cleaned it up. We managed to make some sort of arrangement for the mud outside. See, 6,000 shoes here and there were soaked in the mud. No one was able to even find their own shoes. And we cleaned the whole thing up. No one was without food. And next day we were continuing the program. So without having traumatized people in the camp, Swamiji healed and made sure the whole thing came together and kept the space for all of us to have the next day and be in celebration mode. Such an ecstatic mood we were in after we've all dried up the whole thing and the sun started shining again. Nothing, like it was like nothing had ever happened. And again, a few days later, the whole thing happened once more. Again, the powerless feeling, like overwhelmed. You can imagine how overwhelmed we will feel once a whole huge camp is soaked with water and roof is blowing off almost, like in the dorm, things are getting loose and some sort of roof. See, it was like roof that was like a soft material, like some sort of material, like not fabric but some sort of soft material, and it was loosened and blowing around. So all of these challenges we went through, and it was such a tremendous empowering experience for all of us, and such a tremendous celebration, even in this kind of a chaos. How is it possible someone holding a space for so many people in such a situation? For me, that is like huge evidence that Swamiji is in fact an avatar, a living master. And I'll tell you that kind of the strength, once you go to the inner awakening program, what happens in all of us once we get initiated, we will become that. We will also become powerful when we entangle with the master, with his space, spend time in his presence. We will become that. So please join us for the next inner awakening program. You will also get initiations. The next inner awakening is on the 25th of July. You can make it even for that. I know it's only 5 days. There is no such thing as time is too less. I have made it in a very short notice. When I decided to go to India in the past, it doesn't take that long to get visa. It doesn't take that long to arrange for everything. 3 days or 5 days is more than enough. So please register at innerawakening.org and join us for the next inner awakening. Thank you, Nityanandam.